Joaquin Buckley against Abdul Razak Alhassan.
Abdul's had a bit of a weird career. Like he's been in the UFC since 2016, and he had his first 4 fights. He won 3, and then the only loss he had out of those 4 was a split decision. And then he had 2 years out. I don't know what for, but then he came back and had a 3-fight losing streak.
And he went up a weight class, didn't he? Didn't he used to be lower? I feel like when he came in, he was a welterweight.
Oh, right.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, so he came in as a welterweight. He made his debut. Yeah, he made his debut against Charlie Ward, who's McGregor's mate.
Yeah,
who fights in Bellator. And that was a really fucking odd thing. Did he not slam knock himself out? I feel like there was a weird ending to that. Anyway, so he stopped him in the first round. Then he lost by a split decision to Akhmedov, who kind of showed a few holes in his game and was able to push him a bit. Then he's fought Hamasi twice, stopped him both times. Then he fought Nico Price, stopped him in 43 seconds, and then lost a decision to Munir Lazez. And then, obviously, Chaos Williams stopped him.
Do you think it's maybe a conditioning? Because all his wins are all very quick.
Yeah. I think he's incredibly powerful.
Yeah.
And I think he struggles to maintain that over the distance. And I think that's where Joaquin Buckley is different in this fight, is the fact that he can fight comfortably into the 3rd round and still maintain power. I mean, you look what he did to Arroyo, right?
Yeah.
If he's able to slow this fight down to a pace that is not draining for him, but he's draining for Abdul Razak Alhassan, he keeps tying him up, keeps making him throw and miss. He's not a volume striker, Alhassan, so it's not like Buckley's going to be backing up and covering and, really worried. As long as he gets out of the way of his first 2 attacks, and as long as he doesn't get caught with that fucking deadly head kick that nearly decapitated Di Chirico.
Yeah.
That was unreal.
My God, yeah. That was. It was, what was it, 16 seconds?
Something like that. He looked like a drunk guy trying to get out of a doorway that he'd fallen asleep in. You know what I mean? It was like, it's fucking rough to watch people trying to get up when they've been knocked out.
It's funny because Di Chirico beat Joaquin Buckley with a head kick.
It's weird, isn't it? MMA math just doesn't work at all. Yeah. I was... The thing is with Buckley is there's such a high expectation because of that knockout.
Yeah.
Like everyone's like, how do you top the Kasanganai knockout? You just don't really. Like you just don't. Like it's one of those kind of things that you might be chasing his whole career. I think the best thing to do is to let go of it, like I think he did in his last fight, and just stick to really nice basics.
Yeah.
Like Arroyo was massive. He was long. He was rangy. He's a good striker, and he wasn't particularly opening up much. And Buckley was like, he was bouncing in, he was changing his range, and he kept testing him. He kept throwing that high kick. I mean, they're both going to be trading high kicks. I am buzzing for this fight.
Yeah.
I just feel like the conditioning and the style of fighting of Buckley into the later rounds is going to be the key for him.
I had Abdul.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yes. I love it when we picked it for him.
It was just, the only reason really I picked him is because that last win, and because he's had he was on a bit of a losing streak, he had some time. I feel like it might be a little bit of a resurgence, maybe.
Yeah. I'd like to see it as a resurgence. I just don't know if this is the right weight class for him.
No.
I mean, both of these guys are kind of caught between weight classes. I mean, they're both 5'10". Buckley's got a 76-inch reach, but you've got to think, like, a good chunk of that reach is the width of his shoulders. He's not like Max Holloway, like built like a fish finger with really long arms. It's like, and then you look at Abdul Razak Alhassan, who's 5'10" with a 73-inch reach. Like that's the same height and reach, if I'm not incorrect, as RDA.
Right.
So like physiologically, he's not big for this division. Like you put him in there against Arroyo, Buckley's last opponent, and he would look small like Buckley did. So he's got to use his speed and his pace to beat people, and I don't think he's got that at middleweight. That's my concern for him. Do you know what I mean? He's like, yeah, he's a deadly force, and if he catches you in the first minute, he might completely take your head off. But if it starts to go a bit later, a bit longer, I don't know, as his muscle mass will not allow him to work that hard.
Yeah, I'm gonna hope he gets like a first round head kick.
Yeah. First round knockout. That's what we want. This could be over very quickly. This could.
They're both like massive guys.
Yeah.
They're very similar, even like their record.
Yeah. It's 13-4 for Buckley with 10 knockouts, and 11-4 for Alhassan with 11 knockouts. So you either get knocked out or you beat him.
Yeah.
Damn. No, you don't want to be missing that one. That's for sure.
Yeah.
So you're going with Alhassan.
I'm going to
still.
go for Abdul. Yeah.
Fair enough.